Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories for you. Firstly, is Ethiopian federal government going to impose internet restrictions in the Oromia region? Is Jawar going to take Oromia by storm? Is internet going to be taken by storm by Jawar and his supporters? What is happening? Signs are there. At least this is what Jawar is indicating. Secondly, Puntland has made a decision allowing toll free entry to Ethiopian vehicles into Puntland from Ethiopia. An important decision. What is the significance of this decision? Could Ethiopia talk to Puntland for access to sea? Is Puntland interested in signing a Somaliland style MOU with Ethiopia? Let's start viewers. Firstly, Oromia region of Ethiopia. Uh, Several important developments happening in connection with Oromia, though not in Oromia. Whatever is happening outside Ethiopia. Jawar is the one who is leading the news about Oromia these days. And last night, Jawar implied that internet restrictions could be imposed in Oromia, especially social media restrictions could be imposed in the Oromia region or in entire Ethiopia. Wherever social media applications and platforms are banned, people use proxies. In Pakistan, too, we face similar restrictions. Twitter is banned here, Telegram is banned here as well. Sometimes Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp are banned as well. So somehow we bypass these restrictions and manage to continue gaining access to these platforms. And for that, VPN plays a key role. Jawar encouraged his followers to download VPN yesterday. Last night he said he was downloading VPN. Obviously, he does not need VPN because he is in Europe traveling. He's not under any restrictions, but his followers, his supporters could face problems gaining access to social media. And Java's main strength these days is social media. He's trying to launch an anti-government public mobilization campaign through social media. His main weapon is Facebook and Twitter. Government will definitely try to counter Jawar, and one of the counter strategies could be banning of social media sites and platforms in Ethiopia. That is why Jawar urged his followers to download VPN, though VPN can also be partially banned. In Pakistan, we're seeing that when restrictions are imposed by the government on the use of social media sites to crush former PM Imran Khan supporters, sometimes VPNs don't work. At least all VPNs don't work. Some work, some don't. But Jawar is definitely implying that government will impose social media restrictions in Ethiopia. Government has launched a counter campaign against Jawar. Fana Broadcasting Corporation aired a documentary yesterday. Documentary was full of accusations against Jawar. So Ethiopian state media is building a counter narrative against Jawar, showing Jawar's past statements, trying to portray him as anti-Ethiopia, as anti other ethnic groups. And other ethnic groups which are pro-prosperity party, they're being launched as well. They're trying to portray Jawar as if he is the one who has been calling for extermination of other ethnic groups. Jawar, since his release from prison around 2 years ago, has been very restrained and responsible in his criticism of other ethnic groups. He is not criticizing anyone. He is calling for dialogue, reconciliation. His past statements, past messages are being shared by Prosperity Party by activists. I told you about war of words between Salman Dadefov, Ethiopian diplomat, and Jawar 2 days ago. This confrontation between Jawar supporters and Prosperity Party assets and activists will intensify in coming days. What will government do? Government uh, managed to stop Jawar from conducting political activity in Kenya. Now he's in Europe. Will he be able to return to Kenya? Will he be able to return to Ethiopia? Don't know. But real fight is on. Political fight between Jawar and Abiy, and center of this fight is Oromia. Electoral campaign is underway, you can say, for the next election, and nothing is happening in other parts of Ethiopia. Gaidu gave an interview last week, and he called for Amhara Tigray alliance. Political parties are sleeping. No one is concerned. Maybe they'll wait for the winner to emerge. Who will emerge winner? Who will emerge as winner, Jawar or Abiy? And they'll try to align with the one who emerges as the winner in this duel between Jawar and Abiy. Secondly, viewers, another offer for Ethiopia to use a port. Puntland has lifted all the taxes. It has waived off taxes for Ethiopian vehicles which enter Puntland from Ethiopia. The vehicles which want to carry, which want to receive material at Bosaso port, at Garakad port, they are not being charged any taxes. Puntland government has announced their tax-free entry into Puntland from Ethiopia. Could Puntland consider signing an MOU with Ethiopia, like Somaliland signed an MOU with Ethiopia, though that MOU could not be implemented? Ethiopia has several options available when it comes to use of ports, by the way. It can use Somaliland's port, it can use Kenyan Lamu port, it can use Puntland's port, it can use other ports in Somaliland, it can use Djibouti's port. Djibouti offered the Jora port to Eritrea, not interested in offering its ports to Ethiopia. But Ethiopia wants a lease agreement, a long-term agreement with military deployment to secure its access to sea. So far, no one in the region seems to be willing to give military access to Ethiopia to the sea. Only Somaliland was willing, and that was the previous government of Somaliland which was willing. New government is reconsidering MOU with Ethiopia. Let's see what happens with Ethiopia and Ethiopia and Puntland. Puntland has UAE's influence as well. Could UAE be brokering another deal for sea access for Ethiopia between Puntland and Ethiopia? Too early to say. I'm just telling you about the UAE's influence in Puntland. It's not that any agreement has been signed or talks are underway. But talks could start, or at least consideration could be in the background that Ethiopia should try this option as well. Let's see. Thank you for watching.